Imagine opening up your Maps app on your phone and seeing a massive red gridlock. But instead of cars, it's over 400 massive oil tankers and cargo ships. And instead of a highway, it's the middle of the ocean. Recently, satellite footage went absolutely viral, showing exactly this: a miles-long maritime parking lot in the Middle East. We're talking about a staggering $100 billion traffic jam. Why are they stuck? Because sailing forward could literally mean getting blown out of the water by a drone. Today, we're going to explore how a severe military escalation has created the most expensive traffic jam on Earth and are threatening to cripple American and European supply chains. Let's dive in. To understand the sheer scale of this crisis, we have to look at March 2026. Following a severe escalation in military conflicts involving the US, Israel, and Iran, one of the world's most critical shipping arteries was effectively shut down. The epicenter of this crisis is the Strait of Hormuz. Roughly 20% of the world's global oil supply passes through this exact checkpoint, but it has transformed from a vital waterway into an active combat zone. The danger isn't theoretical. Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, the IRGC, began actively targeting commercial vessels. Actual drone strikes hit massive tankers, including the Prima and the Louis P. Suddenly, navigating the Gulf became a game of Russian roulette, with extreme security risks putting billions of dollars of cargo and human lives on the line. The industry hit the brakes. The result? Over 400 ships stranded, waiting for a safe passage that simply isn't coming. Now you might be thinking, why don't the shipping companies just power through? Well, even if they wanted to, the insurance companies won't let them. With exploding drones falling from the sky, the insurers who underwrite these billion-dollar voyages panicked. Premiums surged so high that covering a trip through the Gulf became financially impossible. This forced shipping titans like Maersk and Hapag-Lloyd to make a drastic decision: abandon the region completely. Vital routes connecting Asia, the Middle East, and Europe were instantly severed. So, if you can't go through the Middle East, where do you go? You have to take the long way around. Carriers are now rerouting their fleets all the way around the southern tip of Africa via the Cape of Good Hope. This massive detour adds approximately 3,500 nautical miles to a journey, tacking on up to 2 weeks of travel time. Think about the massive fuel consumption required for an extra 2 weeks at sea for thousands of ships. It's absolutely staggering, and those costs are getting passed directly down the line to consumers. And that brings us to the economic fallout. Adding 2 weeks to global shipping doesn't just make your online orders late, it threatens a catastrophic supply chain and energy shock. The panic is already materializing on a global scale. The situation grew so dire that the International Energy Agency, the IEA, had to execute an unprecedented intervention. To combat surging energy prices, they announced the release of 400 million barrels of crude oil from emergency reserves. Meanwhile, across the pond, European lawmakers are in full panic mode. To stave off a total economic disaster, they are actively debating a $100 billion crisis energy bond. This isn't just a shipping problem anymore, it is a global economic emergency. Until the security risks are neutralized and insurance companies can confidently underwrite these voyages again, massive delays and inflated prices will be our new normal. We are watching a real-time stress test of the entire global economy. I want to hear from you. Do you think IEA's emergency oil release will be enough to stabilize the markets? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you learned something new today, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you never miss a breakdown on the global supply chain. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.